Everyday Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc, Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. If you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. So Adrien, the problem, Broner, continues to have issues outside the ring, struggling with his addiction to alcoholism, and he doesn't seem like he's getting the help he needs. Adrien Broner just did an interview that I just seen it, at least. I think the interview is a few days old, but I just seen it where not familiar with the guys, the radio show he was on with podcasts, but the podcast has since taken the interview down, but other people have chosen to repost the interview for hits or whatever the reason is. They reposted it, but it's showing Adrien Broner in a drunken state, in a state that it's just sad, man. He's talking real bad about the Charlos, and he's fumbling over his words, and he looks really, really bad. It's not like a regular drunk, you know what I mean? This is like somebody who's sick, you know what I mean? And I know the difference because I got people that I care about who suffer from the same addiction, you know what I mean? And you can only do so much for those people. You try to help them, but they have to want to help themselves, you know what I mean? I've chosen to distance myself from those people that I care about who are going through this problem, because every time I try to help them, they take it as though I'm judging them. I'm not letting them live their life, and they start talking crazy to me. So I back up and just, pray for the best for them. But Adrien Broner, I don't know what his situation is. I'm sure he has people around him that are trying to help him, but Broner has to want to help himself to fix this. He's still young enough to change his life and make an impact, a positive impact in the lives of his children, and in the lives of many other people in the world. Adrien Broner can make an impact. People who look up to him, you know what I mean? But Broner has some trauma that he hasn't dealt with, and I said that years ago. Like 10 years ago, I told y'all by the way he was acting, you know what I mean? With me being a mentor to young homies, to children, me being out there mentoring young street dudes and seeing how they was acting, it's always trauma that that follows that. You see what I'm saying? Trauma is the root cause of that spoiled fruit. You know what I'm saying? So when you see somebody wild and acting a fool like that, it's for a reason. Something happened, and they haven't gotten help for that issue. A lot of times, people just need somebody they can trust to talk to. But oftentimes within our community, especially with men are told it's a weakness to cry. It's a weakness to expose that you're afraid of something. It's a weakness to speak to a therapist. It's a weakness to admit that you have a weakness. You know what I mean? People try to tell me that all the time. Oh, man, you should never tell nobody you have a weakness. You should. Well, listen, bro, I don't follow all that, the fake philosophies from a bunch of people that ain't here no more, okay? I live in the real world, and at the end of the day, if you want help, closed mouths don't get fed, okay? If you want help, you got to help yourself, all right? So you got to be willing and able to come out and tell people exactly what you've been through, so somebody else with a similar experience or with know-how can help you fix it. You know what I mean? Can help you fix it. But if you want to be a victim, for the rest of your life, you want to wallow in your sorrow, you know what I'm saying? You want the world to feel sorry for you, well, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? That'll work for a couple years, but sooner or later, people forget, they move on. They move on from you, you know what I'm saying? Not many people have had opportunities like Adrien Broner, had opportunities to make millions of dollars and stuff like that and then blow it. Not many people have had those opportunities. So you're going to be hard-pressed to find people to feel sorry for you, you know what I mean? But, I want AB to win. I want him to be successful. I want him to recover. I want him to beat this addiction, because this addiction has hurt and messed up so many people, you know what I mean? And this ain't like, some illegal situation. This is a product you can go to any grocery store, any corner store, liquor store, and grab that he's addicted to. So the access to it is so available, and it's hard, man. It's going to be hard for him to defeat this, but he has to want to. He have to have a higher power. In my opinion, it's going to have to be something greater than himself, whether it's religion, other form of spirituality, whether it's his children. He has to have a higher, something greater than himself that he's willing to sacrifice for, something he believes in. You know what I mean? Because right now, with the damage he's doing to his body, AB is not going to have a successful boxing career. That part might be over. I thought maybe, just maybe, he might turn the corner after the Bill Hutchinson win, but soon after that, he was seen on tape at some pool party or something like that, drunk, being escorted out. And I hate to see AB like this, man. I really do, man, because this is a tragic story. It's not funny to me at all. It really brings a tear to your eye because we all know somebody like that. We all know that star athlete or the dude who was the man in high school. He was your cousin or your best friend, or maybe it's you. You know what I mean? And then something happened to them that was traumatic, and they never got help for it. Maybe they witnessed something tragic. Maybe something tragic happened to them, or traumatic happened to them. Regardless, they never got help for it. And then you start slowly watching them, their life deteriorate. You know what I mean? Like they peaked in high school. You know what I'm saying? And they're stuck in that time zone for the rest of their life. They stuck in high school, 11th grade, senior year. You know what I'm saying? Every time you talk to them, their stories is about that time. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It really is. You know what I mean? But AB has to want to help himself first, and if the people around him, whoever let him, do that interview is sad, man. Me personally, I wouldn't. I've interviewed fighters for a long time, and when I feel like a fighter has said something that's gonna get himself in trouble, I edit it out the interview. I don't even tell the fighter I'm gonna edit it. I just take it out. You know what I'm saying? I just take it out, and then if they ask me later, I'll tell them, yeah, I took that part out because if that part would have went up, that would have caused a controversy, and you've been forced to come out and say retracted and all that stuff. I don't really want you to go through all that, so I took it out. And that's what you do when you got somebody's best interest at heart. If you just want to go viral, then you can just put these fighters, man, they get emotional. They're human beings. They say stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going through stuff. So if you're gonna be around them, then you gotta be a genuine person. Can't be out here trying to take advantage of people and when they're in vulnerable situations. After a fight, a fighter is extremely vulnerable, especially after a loss. They're extremely vulnerable. They might say stuff that they don't mean. They searching for answers they don't know, right? In traumatic situations, when a fighter might be going through a situation with his girlfriend or something like that, he might say stuff that he don't mean. Now, what kind of man would I be to put that on YouTube for hits, just to get a few more thousand subscribers and a few more $1,000 in my pocket? Like that's you got to be a special kind of sucker to move like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man, but the world changing. Everybody want their bag, man, so they doing whatever they can do to eat. So it is what it is. I hope AB get the help he need. I'm not mad at the people who chose to walk away from AB at this point. I'm not mad at them because I've had to do that to people in my family as well. So 7 Day Sports TV, salute to the mighty ldbc. Smash that like button, y'all. I'm up out of here. Deuces.